Hey folks, my name's Ben Waterworth and I'm here to apply for the job of Blog Talk Radio Host here on starnow.com.au. Just a little bit about myself. Currently I am the breakfast radio host for a community station here in Hobart at Edge Radio. The show is called The Brink. We pretty much do any interviews, any sort of coverage, lots of things on the program. We are on Mondays to Fridays, 7am to 9am. We go out and do packages. We interview big names, little names and everything else in between. So extremely capable on a live capacity in a radio studio. Also host a Formula One show based on Wednesday mornings now. We were Australia's only Formula One radio show for some period. With that, it's taken me across to Melbourne and to Malaysia to do interviews with Formula One drivers and Formula One personalities as well out there in the field. And also, one of the main things that sort of really suits to this role is that I host a podcast called Survivor Oz, which is Australia's only podcast based on the TV show Survivor. Been doing this for close to 3 years. With this, we produce weekly episodes, weekly interviews. We have a goal to interview every single guest in the history of Survivor, every single contestant. We have done about just under 250 contestants so far, and we're still going as we keep going along. We have a website connected with this one. Episodes can go anywhere from half an hour through to our longest interview, which went for 2 hours. We also have had done episodes which have gone over 3 hours, live episodes online through streaming services, and also pre-recorded, which we then connect through iTunes and podcast them out right across the globe. It's not just Australia, we do it right across the globe. Now with that, in connecting with people, the main thing that we do in order to get them on the show is go through Facebook. So we contact them through their Facebook profiles, send them a message, a professional sounding message, and approach them in order to do an interview. And we are very consistent in our approach to people. We are not rude, in any way forceful. If there is a decline of the interview, we then simply move along. So we're very professional in that approach, but extremely experienced it. I've interviewed just under 1,200 people across my various shows, I've done 1,300 episodes of radio shows across the different platforms, so extremely experienced in doing what I'm doing. So going over the requirements for the role, as I said, podcasting and experience, very much so, high levels of experience in podcasting and radio show hosting. I've been on Edge Radio now for a decade and doing podcasting for about 3 or 4 years. The interviewing authors and musicians, not a problem at all. As I said, just under 1,200 people I've interviewed, countless authors, countless musicians. I've interviewed a wide variety of people from, as I mentioned, authors and musicians. I interviewed Prince Charles for 10 seconds during his Hobart visit. It was a on-the-fly moment, but we got him and we count it. It was quite good. Interviewed prime ministers, interviewed big-name athletes, Olympic medalists, Academy Award nominees, Grammy Award winners, and even interviewed a local prostitute, which was a very interesting experience. So we've done a lot of different types of interviews, so I am extremely capable of interviewing anybody that is presented to me, should I be successful through the role of Blog Talk Radio. In these interviewing processes, research is a very high priority for myself, question prep, and then after the interviews in post-production, editing interviews, uploading them, as well as making sure that they are of high quality. As you can see, I have equipment ready to go for professional grade microphone, which I do use, a sound quality which is fantastic to listen to as well. I have web cameras and I have all audio editing equipment and software which helps me in production of the interviews that I do as well, and which would be capable of being used for Blog Talk Radio. Very good broadband speed. It's capable of uploading very quickly and getting them online straight away, and I can get these up straight away to Blog Talk Radio to be able to be reviewed. And Facebook, as I mentioned, I have a Facebook profile, and that's essentially how we contact all our guests anyway, so that is extremely an area which I'm very much experienced in, and as well as the backlog of people that are mentioned in the ad that you do have ready to interview, I can also bring connections through my various interviews across the years through my role on Edge, as well as Survivor roles, if they are related, of course, to anything related to this position. So I am also very adept at approaching people for interviews, as I find this part of the role extremely fun and interesting, and I'm always a bit of a hound in order to get the people I want to do interviews. Best bit, I'm available to start whenever you need me to. I'm available to start tomorrow if you want me to. The roles that I do with Survivor roles and Edge Radio, I don't get paid for, so they're all volunteer jobs, so clearly this job would take priority given that it is a paid position, and I am capable of doing 1 interview a week or 100 interviews a week. Whatever you guys need from me, I am capable of doing that. Blog Talk Radio is something that I had a brief amount of experience in. One of the guests I did interview on Survivor Oz, John Carroll from the 4th season of Survivor, he hosted a show during the most recent season of Survivor through Blog Talk Radio where he invited me on as a guest, and I am aware of what Blog Talk Radio is and what exactly it does. So I would bring all my experience through to a platform that I have prior knowledge in and a brief amount of experience in as well. Everything else that is mentioned in the ad I have ready to go. Phone number, profile photo I've just uploaded. I am also able to upload a different photo if you prefer. This video, of course, and audio, not a problem at all. I have put together a package which I will include with this application, and I'm also very much happy to send through any other evidence or recordings that you need. I have a copy of every single interview I've ever done. I always keep records and everything along those lines of who I've interviewed, so therefore I am happy to provide you with what you need. So I really hope you consider me for this role. I'm very keen, very passionate for radio and podcasting. It's my life. I love doing it. It's what I want to do for the rest of my life. So I would feel I am an absolute magnificent addition to Blog Talk Radio, and I am very much looking forward to hearing from you and hopefully starting my position with you guys very, very shortly. Thanks for your time.